now.
Hello, Clearly Essential team. This is Crystal Garvin, and thank you for joining us for our monthly webinar web conference that we're doing. I was doing a monthly call where I was interviewing our top enrollers, and I have those all loaded in our files if you want to go back and listen to any of those. They were great, but since I'm traveling, I felt like it would be a good idea to do a monthly webinar training and pull in some of my own trainings, but also some of my favorite trainings from events that we posted in the past. Since I'm not hosting as many live local events in the Greensboro area, but also because our team has expanded so much and is all over the country, I wanted to offer something that everyone could take advantage of. So welcome, thanks for joining us. I am recording this from Arizona today, and I have a guest speaker, Angela Watkins, joining me. She's in North Carolina, so you gotta love technology sometimes when it works right. We've been trying to get on for about 40 minutes, and we're finally here. So love it when it works right, but you have to have a lot of patience with it sometimes. So I'm really grateful that Angela agreed to do this training as a recording for us. She did this originally for our last Elite Retreat in August 2015, and we talked about getting unstuck. I asked her to cover that topic because I knew she had some personal experience with feeling stuck and how she was able to get motivated and keep moving forward and push her business forward through that. I know a lot of us experience that, and honestly, I think everybody experiences feeling stuck at some time in their business. And so whether this applies to you now or a team member or maybe sometime in the future you'll benefit from this, I think that you really will see results with some of the things that she'll be talking about. And as usual, I will have a drawing and one winner for a prize from listening to this. So you can watch Facebook or your email. It will be a drawing form that you'll need to fill out through Google Documents this time. That just makes it easier for those who are not on Facebook to be able to participate in the drawing also. So without further ado, I'm going to load Angela's PowerPoint here. Just a second. Right, so I'm loading that in here, and I'm going to turn my webcam off. I was hoping you'd be able to see her too, but again, with the technology difficulties, she's just joining us by audio. And thank you so much, Angela, for being here. I wanted to mention that Angela was at my very first essential oil class with doTERRA, and we used webcam technology to bring Tanya Cottrell from Montana to my living room in North Carolina. And she was at that class live and in person, so it's really neat today that she is a strong, active leader on our team and gold going on diamond, and I'm excited for her and all the growth she's had in her business, and very thankful that she came to my very first class. So Angela, I'm going to let you take it away.
Thank you, Crystal. I'm also very glad that I came to your very first class. It was a great class. Okay, so are we on the PowerPoint up now?
Yes, I have it on your first slide, your title slide.
Okay. So my topic was getting unstuck, and this is basically just a how-to, some suggestions on what steps to take to kind of restart your business if you're feeling like you haven't done much lately or you're just feeling stuck. These are just some tips that I think are helpful for getting moving again and really getting back into some good momentum. Okay, Crystal, go ahead, advance. Okay, so I think very often in this business it's so easy to use excuses or give ourselves an out. And if we are looking for an out, we can definitely find it. Some of the common things that we might tell ourselves as to why we can't, and I say that with quotations, can't continue, are that, oh, I'm definitely out of contact. I've talked to every single person that I possibly know, and I just don't know anybody else. That's it. I'm out of people to share oils with. No one will host a class for me, so I've asked all my friends, all my family. I've already done a class for everybody that I know, and nobody wants to do one for me now, so I don't have anywhere to go. I don't have time to host classes, so you are busy with your kids or your spouse, pets, whatever, your job, whatever that takes up time. We all have, Crystal always says, right, we all have the same 24 hours in a day, and we prioritize what we need to do in that 24 hours based on our priorities and based on what we really feel like is important and has to get done. So we all feel like we don't have time to host classes, and that's an easy way to say, never mind, I can't do this business. I don't have builders, so that's definitely something we hear a lot. Nobody on my team wants to build, so my team's not going anywhere, my volume's not going anywhere, I'm not rank advancing the way that I need to or want to or whatever because nobody on my team is building. My upline isn't helping me. That's definitely something that we hear a lot. I don't have this support or that support, and absolutely support is up there. So if you're not getting the support that you feel like you need from the person who enrolled you, or the person who is directly above you or 3 or 4 levels above you, keep going up until you find somebody who is willing to help you and mentor you, because there is help there. That's not a reason. But this is something that we tell ourselves. Not making enough money to cover my investment of time or my investment of money. So certainly in network marketing, you have a huge investment of time in the front end, and it feels very much like you're not earning enough to make up for the time that you're spending, and that's a valid feeling. But the truth is that network marketing is an investment. It's building something that is meant for the long term. So even though it's easy to be discouraged by that, it's not a valid reason to say I give up, because it's not the nature of the business. Like Crystal says, I'm sure you've heard her say it before, eventually you'll be getting paid way more than what number of hours you feel like you deserve to get paid for. So those days are in the future. You just have to stick with it. So these are just some of the things. I mean, we've all heard them, we've all thought them, we've all said them. These are just some things that we allow into our thinking that can get us stuck, because we have to push past these things in order to get unstuck in our business. Okay, next slide, Crystal. But the reality is that there is a solution to every problem, a leap big enough for every hurdle. You have to find your solution and push to take the leap. So there are many, many, many reasons. You can always find a reason not to do this and not to continue and not to push through feeling stuck. But there is a solution if you want it, and if you are ready to push for it, you will find it. If you're ready to get out and to have an excuse, that excuse will find you every time. So that is the reality of the situation. So at least be honest with yourself and say, I could do it, but I'm just not going to, or whatever. Or say, you know what, I'm making excuses. There is a solution to this problem, and I'm going to find it. Okay, so that gets us to how do we get unstuck. Next slide, Crystal. First thing that I think is really important is remind yourself of your why, or redefine your why, okay? Because if you have never defined your why, you need to do that. And if you need help there, Crystal, what's that one sheet called that it's like the figuring out your why guideline sheet? Do you remember?
Yeah, I don't remember the exact name of it either, but it's Finding Your Why or something along those lines. So we do have a worksheet to help you with that.
Shocking that that's the name of it. Yeah, so find that worksheet, but it's a great worksheet because it really absolutely can help you to define this. And if you haven't thought about it for a while or you haven't defined it in a while, redefine it. Go through that again, because this is your motivator. This is the thing that makes these activities a priority. You know, nobody wants to do things when they're tired. Nobody wants to do things when there's 80 other things to do that need to get done as well. But I still go to the grocery store because I know my family needs food at some point. And I still push through to plan classes, make contacts, and follow up with those contacts because I have an outcome that I'm really looking forward to. And if I don't push through, then I won't get to spend the time with my kids like I really want to. And that's my why. But whatever your why is, those are my 3 kids, by the way. Whatever your why is, you should absolutely start when you're feeling stuck by reminding yourself and make a vision board. A lot of people do that, or just put something in front of your face that you're going to see every day that reminds you of your why, because that is what is going to give you the motivation and the perseverance to push through. Next slide. Okay, so the next thing you can do is take a little time to review and reorganize your team that you already have. If you have a team of 4 people, or if you have a team of 400 people or 4,000 people, this is still something you can do. You're going to reorganize who's there into the 3 pathways. Who are your customers? Who are your sharers? And who are your builders? Or do you have any builders? Do you have any sharers? Do you have all customers? Whatever they are, you're going to reorganize who's there. Because even if you are out of contacts, which you're not, even if you think you're out of contacts, but even if you think you're out of contacts, if you think nobody wants to host the class, if you think you have nothing to do, you have something to do if you have a team underneath you, because you have a responsibility to those team members. So if all of your team members are customers, the activities that you need to do on a regular basis to support those customers include educating them about the product, educating them about the oils, and making sure that they know about how to use their membership, the opportunities available to them. So LRP, what is available with membership? Are they utilizing their membership in the best way that they can so that they're going to get the most out of it? Okay? It's not begging customers to become sharers. That's not your job in supporting someone who's legitimately in a customer role. Your job is to give them education about the product, help them learn how to use their oils better, and just be sure they know about their membership. Because your support should be for them, not for you. So if you have organized your team and everybody's in that customer list, then that's what you need to do every day or whatever time you have set aside for working on your business. That's your job. Okay, so then in the share category, if you have somebody who's willing to share the oils with their friends, which most people eventually do, but if you can say, okay, this person I think is a sharer. They're not building a business actively. They're not really learning about the business, but they're willing to at least give oils to their friends when they want them. So help your sharers to develop a goal. It doesn't have to be build a multi-billion-dollar business. It can just be, I really want to help to earn back some of the cost of my product, or I'd like to make sure that all of my family members are using the oil, or I'd like to be able to give away more oils because I like giving away oils, but it's expensive, something like that. That's a sharer type of goal. Okay, and then help that sharer to develop a plan that helps them to meet that goal. Okay, whether it's do a class a month, let you come and teach a class a month for them, whatever it is. And then be sure to stay connected with that sharer. So are you contacting with them maybe every week, maybe every other week, whatever amount you feel like is appropriate, but make sure you're staying in close connection with them, as well as still giving them the oil and product education that they need. And then if you do happen to have builders on your team, self-proclaimed builders, not the ones that you wish were builders, we all have those, but the people who say, yes, I am in this as a builder. These are the people who you want to help them to define their why, because like we said a minute ago, that is the motivator to push through the fact that building a business is hard and it takes work. You want to make sure they have access to you. So make sure that they know that you're available for mentoring. Make sure that they know that you are available to help them with their own team and with business training that their team may want to do, that they may want to do with their team. Just be sure that they know that you're there for their support and to help them to build their business. Support them where they are, okay? So that's true for all of the three pathways, customer, sharers, and builders, but especially with builders, you have to know, are they a new builder who needs a lot of really constant contact and support and education about figuring out what all the business stuff is, because it's not easy all the time and it's not automatic? Or are they, you know, a very seasoned builder who needs a 20-minute mentor call a month just to make sure that everybody's on track about planning their next month and answers questions, that kind of thing, or just knowing where they are on that builder, what do you call it, builder slide line, I don't know, track. Okay, next slide. It's late here.
Okay. Spectrum, whatever.
I'm getting sleepy.
Yeah. Somewhere in there.
Okay, next. Okay, so next slide is restart, okay? So you have some jobs already, reviewing and reorganizing your team and making sure that you are doing those activities that the people that are there need, okay? Then you're going to start looking at your team to say, how now can I expand this network? Use the contact jogger. I promise you, you have not contacted everyone you know. It's hard to think of people, but, I mean, the example to me is, this is 2+ years into this now, and I still sometimes think of a person from 5 years or 10 years ago or whatever that I think, that person might be really good at oils, and I have legitimately not thought of them for oils before now. So trust me, you have not thought of everyone you know. The contact jogger really is helpful for that. Offer some team incentives. So what I mean by that is some incentives that the purpose of the incentive is to expand your network, okay? A lot of times customers will be on board with this. Most of the time sharers will be on board with this, okay? And what that means is something, I want to fill 3 or 4 class spaces this month, sending out an email or something on your Facebook page or whatever. And the first 3 people that contact me to host a class in this month, I'm going to give a pedal diffuser. That's the most common incentive. It's an effective incentive, which is why a lot of people use it. It can be expensive, and you can put some additional requirements along with that, but that's just an example. So even if it's something like if you've never hosted a class for me before and you agree to host a class for me in this month, then I'll get you your favorite oil, or I'll give you a $20 gift card or something, whatever it is. It doesn't have, whatever it is that you can afford to do as an incentive, offer that to your people who are there. Your builders typically are offering their own incentives, but you can offer people incentives just of oils to try to get them to allow you to just be introduced to their network. You're not asking them to build. You're not asking them to become builders or build a business or even customers to become sharers necessarily, although they probably will. But you're just saying, hey, if you're willing to help me out with my business a little bit, just let me meet, help me to share these oils with some people that you know. You can get something for free. Simple as that. Hit the road. Okay, what I mean by that is do some cold calling. And I know in the last couple of months there's been a lot of instruction and talk from the various uplines about just going out and offering samples, offering a diffuser rental for a week with a few oils, asking to go and do a presentation to a salon, going into daycares, whatever it is. This is an activity that you can do that is actually productive. So that's absolutely a way to expand your network. It's not the way that everybody does it all the time, and there are other ways, but it is definitely one way. Okay, next. Okay, reprioritize. So make sure that the time that you do commit to building your doTERRA business is being filled with productive activities, okay? The main productive activity is being at classes or one-on-ones, okay? If you're not doing this and you're doing all these other things and you're contacting, supporting, that's good, but it's not as productive as introducing people who have not been introduced to the oils to the oils. So you've got to be doing that. Do those follow-ups. If you've given out any samples, be sure to follow up. Of course, the master of following up did her class did her wonderful call last month, but you've got to keep in touch with these people. They're not going to come to you 9 times out of 10, even if they love the sample, even if the sample worked and they're like, it worked, they probably will not call you unless you ask. So the education of your team, this is a productive activity, because even at the customer level, if nobody ever heard of or knew about the new digest tabs, they may not really ever order them, right? People don't really realize that doTERRA has shampoo all the time or laundry detergent. People who are customers don't know about all the products. Don't assume that they do. So educating them about the product is important. Educating your sharers and reminding them about, how to get their little bit of their LRP back to them, or reminding them to just pass contacts on to you, or whatever it is. Educating that team, that is a productive activity. And then the business side of it, if you have a few builders, meeting with them on a semi-regular basis to just brainstorm ideas and making sure they're feeling filled up, they're feeling motivated, and like they have some practical ideas to apply going forward. And then the 631 is such a great, very effective way to make sure that the activity that you're doing is going to be productive. The 631 is the Edge Success daily, it's called the Success Schedule. And if you haven't looked at it, you can Google it and look it up. It's 6 daily questions, 3 weekly questions, and 1 monthly event to attend. The 6 daily questions are: who will I share the oils with today? Who has attended a class that I will follow up with? Who has enrolled that I will help to better understand the LRP? Who is using the product that I will talk to about the business? Who is building the business that I will support? What will I read, watch, or listen to that will help me grow as a leader? That's the 6 daily questions. If you do those, even 5 out of 7 days, you will see progress in your business. The weekly activities are: listen to a team call, connect or talk to your mentor and set some goals, teach 2 to 5 people about essential oils. If you're doing this every week, you will see progress. And then attending at least 1 monthly team event. I really feel like that is super important, because it really does fill you up. It makes you realize that you're not out there on your own, and you get to see all of these really motivated people who love the product and love the oils as much as you do, and it's just really encouraging, and I absolutely love our monthly team meetings. Okay, so next slide. Oh, Reconnect. So that's our monthly. What was that one, Crystal? That was the, oh, I know which one that was. That was the big one that you put on at that church. Yes, that was the business training day.
Business training day.
It was a wonderful full day of business training, but there is a reason why all of these people are so smiley happy. It's because of oil, but it's because you see the good that this company is doing. You see the real motivation behind it. You get to see the heart of the company. You get to see the heart of all of these women and men sharing it. And that is so motivating, and it just fuels your why. So connecting with our team, we have a really great team. Connecting with our team is something that if you're not doing, you need to do. Okay, so that's actually the end. So as a quick sum up, what are my re's? Remind yourself of your why. Review and reorganize your team into builders, sharers, and customers, and then know what support those people need. Restart by expanding your contacts, and then reprioritize your time to make sure that the activities that you're doing are productive activities. And that 631 is just basically the main idea of that. Okay. So that's all my suggestions. Crystal, do you have any questions? Or I don't know. Am I supposed to do anything else?
Well, no, you did awesome. Thank you very much. That's exactly what I wanted everyone to hear. And I'm excited that everyone who's listening and watching is taking the time to do that, because this is a way to reconnect, and especially for those who are long distance and maybe starting your team in your own area and feeling like you're on your own and wishing you could be a part of something like what's in this picture. Just remember that I was the first in my area. So at one time it was just me. And there in Kernersville, North Carolina, you can see how many people have joined us this past May for a business training day. And then recently I was not even there because I'm traveling with my family. We live in an RV. We're traveling around the country, for those who don't know. And Tanya, who's in the front, lying down beside me on the left, came from Montana to do a post-convention tour in Greensboro. And I think we had 275 people, somewhere in there. I wasn't even there. So we do have such great upline support. Like Angela said, there'll be someone above who's willing to help you. And if you're the first person in your little area, wherever you live, that's doing this, that's really a great thing. It can be a great thing for you and your future team. You can look at this and see what we have built in just a couple of years, that could be your future too. And I had a couple of notes. I like that you used the word relaunch, because I feel like we all have to do that at different times. Mentally, it's easy to take a break, or just to sit back, maybe because of discouragement or setbacks or not feeling like we are where we want to be, or maybe because we did reach a goal and we realize we haven't set any higher goals than that, and we need to relaunch and redefine our why. And your why does morph and change as you build. Maybe you meet your first goal of being able to replace your income, and then you wonder what's next, and it will expand into something bigger than what you may have ever imagined before, how you can help others and help your team members reach their goals and fulfill their whys and go out and change the world with this opportunity that you have been given. And I like what you said, that we will not run out of contacts. That's so true. There was a quote I loved by Tiffany Peterson that was quoted at the last global convention we went to in Salt Lake, and it was something along the lines of, you will not run out of contacts, but you may run out of vision. So if you think you've run out of contacts, truly there are millions of people in our country who've never heard, and there are billions around the world who don't know what doTERRA is. And so we do have unlimited contacts, but we may run out of vision to expand beyond just our close-knit circle of friends and family. So our vision has to expand, and our contact list will expand. And I will make sure that we have the contact jogger and the Find Your Why worksheet loaded into the team file on our Facebook group. If you are not on Facebook, and you need that emailed to you, contact your nearest silver or above upline to get those to you. And we can easily do that. I can email them, or someone could download them from the Facebook group files. And I'm also loading a file called Clear the Blocks. It's also called Clear the Path. And I believe this originated with the Live Guide that is sold through MyDough Pro and the Goddards, Natalie and Andy Goddard. I love this guide. I have it in a big binder, and I keep it with me because I can always review different sections and remind myself where I need to grow or where I need to stretch or what I need to revisit so that I can relaunch, because it's so important to be consistent in what we're doing. And I would definitely encourage everyone to consistently do small things rather than have a big burst of activity and take a break, because every time that you stop and then you have to restart, it feels like you're starting over with your business and you're relaunching. If you have to do that a lot of times, it will get disheartening. So rather than taking a break and stopping and starting, I encourage doing small things consistently. But if you are feeling stuck, this is definitely a document that I would recommend going through and just really take some time for introspection to see if you can honestly answer the questions and maybe rate yourself 1 to 10, or maybe just answer yes or no on some of them. But that'll show you some areas where you can grow. So I'll read through this real quickly, and then the document will be there for you to print off or to read online and to go through. And if you have the lead guide, it is in there as well. So I was looking through mine. I don't know if page numbers have changed. The Find Your Why worksheet was on page 38, and I had the Clear the Path worksheet, but I don't remember where it is now. So I changed. I was thumbing through here trying to find the Find Your Why worksheet when Angela talked about it, but I have the Clear the Box in a Word document also. So the first question or area to examine is your product use. So are you using your oils daily? Do you use the Lifelong Vitality Pack daily? And are you attending classes and utilizing online education specifically related to product knowledge and wellness type education? The next area is Live. And the questions are you on the Loyalty Rewards Program, or LRP? Do you believe in the products? Are you turning to natural solutions when issues arise? So you'll see how this gets deeper. First is, are you using the products? Then, are you living this wellness lifestyle? The next area is Create. Have you opened your mind to the possibilities this opportunity provides? Do you know your why? How big is your vision? And do you believe in the doTERRA opportunity? And these are areas that you can build your belief and knowledge in. These are not skills or things that any of us are born with. We all have different areas of strength and weakness, and we all have areas that we need to work on to continue to expand our knowledge and our beliefs. So this is not at all to make anyone feel guilty or less than because you're in a different place. It's just showing you what you can work on so that you can build, because your paycheck with doTERRA as a business will grow as your belief grows. And as you invest time in personal development for yourself to build your beliefs and your knowledge and your understanding of network marketing, the products, the business plan, the compensation plan, that will help fuel that growth that you're looking for as well. The next area is Plan. Have you created a 90-day plan with your mentor? Have you created a solid event plan? And do you have sufficient events planned to support your growth goal? So that's an important aspect of your business, is planning some events to support your team and your growth goal. The next area is Share. With how many people have you shared? Are you giving generic samples or meeting real needs? Are you creating powerful oil experiences with your contacts? Are you qualifying before you invite? Are you sharing your own product experiences? And are you authentic and passionate in your sharing? Invite is the next area. Are you following up after you've shared oils? Are you preparing your future attendees through the 4 connections? That's related to the lead guide also. There's basically 4 ways you can connect with people to meet their needs. And are you creating urgency and value in your invitation? Then Present. Are you doing your own presentations? How many? How often?
Are you involving your audience in your class? Are you giving attendees 3 or more experiences with oils in a class? Are you connecting emotionally with the audience through stories? Is it fun to be in your class? If you were attending your class, would you want to come back with guests? And then the next area is enroll. Are people enrolling at your presentation? Are you effective at closing? Are you following up with those who don't decide at the class? And do you create value and a sense of urgency with inviting people to enroll? Follow-up, we had a call, like Angela referenced to, all about that for last month's webinar. Are you utilizing the 2 follow-up wellness consults? That's something, again, that's taught through the Live Guide, but just making sure that you're continuing, like Angela said, to educate people about the products and how they can meet other needs in their lives, and having a couple of follow-up calls or even live wellness consults after someone enrolls to make sure they know how they're supposed to use everything and what else they might need to meet their wellness goals. Do your customers feel valued? Typically, how many interactions do you have after an enrollment? And are you adding value with each interaction? Strategize. Are you guiding enrollees on the path to success? Are you utilizing the 60-day window for Fast Start and the 14-day window for placements? Are you supporting leaders with strategy and guidance for placements? Mentor. Are you receiving mentoring and open to learning from your mentor? Are you attracting leaders? Are you and your leaders making a plan together? Are you modeling leadership in your interactions? And is what you're doing duplicable? So keep it simple. And the last area is nurture. Are your leaders equipped with the tools they need? How well do you know your leaders' needs and goals? Are you hosting monthly business trainings? And are you recognizing your leaders' success? So these are some areas that I really encourage people to go through, especially if they are feeling stuck, to look for where they could strengthen their leadership or the way that they're sharing products or presenting or strategizing or whatever area it is for you. Ask for help from your upline, your mentor, whoever it is that helps you overcome these things and move on to the next step. Because we usually do see that if you're stuck at one place for a long time, it is because there's a breakthrough that you need to have, and these questions can help you figure out where that breakthrough might need to be. And it is a journey. I encourage everyone just to enjoy your journey. Remember what a privilege and honor it is to get to help people meet their health and wellness goals and to be able to offer these gifts of the earth, and look back and celebrate your successes. Sometimes it's hard to remember to do that. We have our goals and we're looking ahead to the future and striving to be where we want to be, but we don't always look back down the mountain to see how far we've come. We talked about that at the Elite Retreat, and that's a great visual for someone who's climbing a mountain or building a business, that you take time to stop and reflect on how far you've come, not just look at how much farther you have to go, because it is a journey, and it's something that I hope everyone's committed to doing for life, because it's an important mission and an important goal that we have to change the world with one drop of oil at a time, and also by offering this business opportunity to help others have financial freedom and be able to have things in their lives that they couldn't imagine. And we're working with a company, like Angela said too, that we see what they're doing, the good they're doing around the world. We see people's hearts, like these trainings and things that we attend, and we realize this is so much bigger than me and my why. This is really changing the world, and it's an opportunity that is such a gift. So thank you for being with us today. Thank you again to Angela for sharing your training. I loved it and love you, and I'm so thankful for your time and for your friendship and for each team member who's listening. It's such an honor to get to be in this position. It's very humbling to think how many people we actually passed 10,000 total members recently, and it's just an amazing and crazy thing, but it's something that anyone can do. I know that from my own experience and seeing my own journey, that it's just one person at a time that you share with, and it can explode into such an amazing team, and that's what we have. We have a really special thing, like Angela said too, that our team is amazing, and it comes from the top down. We have wonderful leaders above us, and I hope that you are benefiting from this training, but also finding local events as you can, or creating those yourself if you are starting off in your own area by yourself. Talk to your upline about how you can start to be the diamond, even if you're just at the consultant or director or elite level or wherever you are, that you can be the diamond for your team by offering the things that a diamond would offer for their team to nurture them and help them grow. That really has to be a mindset that starts well before you ever hit the rank. So I hope that you'll consider expanding your events and offering to be that person for the team that you're going to build that's going to look like the picture that you see here. So that's it. Thank you all again for being with us, and watch for that post about the drawing. And if you're listening to this well after the drawing happened, just watch for the next month's training. I hope to continue doing this every month for a very long time. I think it's super valuable, and I know we have so many great team members with much to share and offer in the way of training. Anything else, Angela?
That's all. Thank you for the opportunity.
Okay.
You are definitely the best choice to be the leader of this army of wellness advocates. So yay for you. We love you.
You're so sweet. Thank you. Thank you very much. And I will talk to you all soon. Bye.